Now directly we will move on to the higher organisms, that how the higher organisms or how the other living organisms they respire. Now some of the living organisms other than the plants, they are having the respiratory surface. Now the name is giving us the hint that what will be its meaning. The surface which is meant for exchange of the gases, यानी वो surface जहाँ पर actual में gases का exchange होता है, that space is called, that surface is called as respiratory surface. So I have taken the example of the human beings, that in human beings the respiratory surface is alveoli. Alveoli is also called as air sac. Okay, air sac, they are present in the lungs where in actual the gaseous exchange takes place. Now come the second term, that is the respiratory organ. Respiratory surface is different and respiratory organ is different. Respiratory surface is that part where in actual the exchange of gases occur. Now the organ which is having the respiratory surface, वो organ जिसके अंदर ये respiratory surface present होता है, that organ is called as respiratory organ. Example is lung. I hope now by the examples you are getting the idea that what is the respiratory organ and what is the respiratory surface. Okay, वो organ जो exchange of gases में involved है, that is the respiratory organ, and actual में उस organ में जहाँ पर exchange of gases हो रहा है, that is the respiratory surface. Now this is very important question which we are going to discuss now, that what are the characteristics of the respiratory surface, or how can you say that alveoli they are best for the respiratory best for respiration in human beings, or lungs they are best place for the exchange of the gases. So what are the points, what are the characteristic features of the respiratory surface? The first one is the large surface area. हमारे पास जितने भी रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेस होने चाहिए उनका सरफेस एरिया क्या होना चाहिए, ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. ज़्यादा सरफेस एरिया होने से क्या होगा, मैक्सिमम एक्सचेंज कैन टेक प्लेस. So here we have taken the example alveoli. It has 80 meter square surface area, and human body it is just having 2 meter square area. So you can see over here that alveoli का कितना ज़्यादा surface area है, जिसके कारण alveoli is the best part where the exchange of gases can occur. Now the next point is they should have thin permeable membrane. थिन परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन की होने की वजह से क्या होगा, ईजिली डिफ्यूजन हो सकेगी. जितनी ज़्यादा थिक मेम्ब्रेन होगी उतना टाइम लगेगा एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस में. ठीक है, तो जितने भी हमारे रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेसेस हैं उनके पास क्या होनी चाहिए, थिन मेम्ब्रेन होनी चाहिए, एंड दैट मेम्ब्रेन शुड बी परमिएबल. परमिएबल का मतलब है कि exchange of gases can easily take place over there. Now the next point, next characteristic feature of respiratory surface is abundant blood supply. अगर हम alveoli की बात करें तो alveoli के पास richly supplied है blood capillaries, यानी it is surrounded by the blood capillaries. And blood capillaries they are having very thin membrane. Alveoli is having very thin membrane. So दोनों की thin membrane होने की वजह से क्या होता है, exchange of gases can again easily take place. So again due to the high rate of diffusion, the abundant blood supply should be there. Now these membranes, these respiratory surfaces, they should be kept moist. They should be kept moist so that diffusion of gases can take place. Okay, now across these kind of surfaces area there should be quick movement of air. There should be quick movement of air. So here I would add one thing, that respiratory surfaces they are absent in lower animals but they are present in the higher animals. So question arises over here that how does the lower animals like amoeba, like protists, coelentrates, they respire. Okay, so our next topic is that how the lower organisms they respire. So let's take a view that how the lower animals like protists, including amoeba, paramecium, they respire. Okay, so protist, coelenterate, the cell is in directly contact with surrounding. We all know that they protist, they are basically unicellular. They are basically unicellular, made up of single cell. So here I have drawn that this single cell, it is directly in the contact with the water that is present across it. So what happened? The cell surface, the complete cell surface, as it is in the contact with the surrounding part, surrounding water, the exchange of gases take place via the diffusion. Okay, in living organisms के अंदर जो lower organisms होते हैं, we have taken the example of amoeba, okay, sponges, coelentrates, ये जितने भी organisms हैं, इनकी जो body है वो एक सेल है या फिर कुछ क्लम्प ऑफ सेल्स हैं, कुछ ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स हैं जो क्या है, डायरेक्टली दे आर इन द कंटैक्ट विद द सराउंडिंग वाटर. तो ईजिली सेल सरफेस के थ्रू इनमें गैसेस का एक्सचेंज हो जाता है, गैसेस की डिफ्यूजन हो जाती है. ओके, बट इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट द कॉम्प्लेक्स एनिमल्स, हायर एनिमल्स, वहाँ पर नंबर ऑफ सेल्स आर देयर, दे आर मल्टी सेलुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स. वहाँ पर ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है कि वहाँ पर जो हर एक सेल है वो डायरेक्टली इन्वायरमेंट के कंटैक्ट में हो. तो वहाँ पर मैकेनिज़्म चेंज हो जाता है. वहाँ पर एक पर्टिकुलर ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, एक पर्टिकुलर नेटवर्क की ज़रूरत पड़ती है जो एयर को सप्लाई करे, जो गैसेस का एक्सचेंज करे. सो द नेक्स्ट काइंड ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन इज़ द गिल respiration, which is also called as the branchial respiration. Gill word, I hope you are familiar with this word. Gills, they are present in the fishes or in some of the aquatic animals. Okay, some of the aquatic arthropods or mollusks, they are also having the gills for respiration. मैंने सबसे पहले fishes बोला क्योंकि आप fishes से ही गिल्स को ज़्यादातर रिलेट करते आए हो, क्योंकि आपने बचपन से पढ़ा हुआ है कि फिशेस दे आर हैविंग द गिल. सो द वाटर दे एंटर द फिशेस थ्रू द माउथ. ठीक है, वाटर क्या करता है, माउथ के थ्रू एंटर करता है फिश में एंड इट रीचेस टू द pharynx. I hope you all know what is the pharynx. It is the common passage for the food pipe and the windpipe. Now from the pharynx the water it enters to the gills. So here the respiratory surface is gill. In fishes the respiratory surface is gill, where the exchange of gases it takes place. Okay, now what do the fishes do? The fishes, they take the dissolved oxygen from water. Okay, they don't have the maximum supply of oxygen as we are having. Okay, तो उनको क्या करना होता है, उनको जो ऑक्सीजन लेनी होती है वो वाटर के अंदर डिज़ोल्व होती है. तो वहाँ पर वाटर के अंदर इतनी ज़्यादा ऑक्सीजन नहीं है, कम ऑक्सीजन होती है. तो इसको कंपनसेट करने के लिए व्हाट दे डू, दे आर हैविंग दी हाई रेस्पिरेटरी रेट. उनकी जो रेस्पिरेशन का रेट है, रेस्पिरेशन का स्पीड है, वो क्या होती है, ज़्यादा होती है एज़ कम्पेयर टू दी टेरेस्ट्रियल ऑर्गेनिज्म. तो यहाँ से भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है that why the fishes they have high respiratory rate as compared to the terrestrial animals or the land animals. Okay, so again what will be your answer? They have to take up the dissolved oxygen which is very less in water. So to compensate the intake of oxygen they have to respire fastly. Okay, उनको जल्दी जल्दी सांस लेना पड़ता है. Clear? So that is the reason they are having high respiratory rate as compared to the land organisms. Now we come to the next kind of respiration, that is pulmonary respiration. The word pulmonary, it is related with the lungs. जहाँ कहीं पर भी आपको pulmonary word सुनाई देता है, आपके माइंड में सबसे पहली चीज़ क्या क्लिक करना ही चाहिए, that is lung. So this pulmonary respiration is mainly taking part in the land vertebrates. जो वर्टिब्रेट्स लैंड पे रहते हैं उन सभी के अंदर क्या होती है, पल्मनरी रेस्पिरेशन होती है. एंड हेयर इन पल्मनरी रेस्पिरेशन द रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन इज लंग which is having numerous number of alveoli, millions of alveoli, and these alveoli we have already discussed, they are acting as the respiratory surface. Okay, so in pulmonary respiration the exchange of gases takes place via the alveoli. Okay, now there is one more kind of respiration that is not mentioned in your book, but I am discussing over here, that is the cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous word, it is always related with the skin. Okay, it is related with the skin. So there are some of the animals which respire through the skin, and that skin is moist, that skin is moist skin. Like we can take the example of the frogs. Frogs क्या करते हैं, frogs can respire by 3 different methods during their life. Okay, when they are in the larval stage, when the frog is in the larval stage, can you name the larva of the frog? It is tadpole. It is tadpole. It is having gill. So gill means branchial respiration is there. Clear? When the frog is in water, it respire through the cutaneous respiration, and when the frog is on land, then it respire through the lungs, that is pulmonary respiration. So frog during its lifetime, it can respire by 3 modes. Okay, I hope this topic is clear to you now. Thank you.